Hold on, bro. I just answered you already.
Get it popping.
All praises goes to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles, the elders of GMS. Salutation to all the elective Akim and all four corners of the earth, of their pertinent word and sincerely and true. Righteously for Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach.
All praise and glory goes to Yahweh, man. We out here to prophesy the downfall of America and to talk about the downfall of all these other societies, because with America, once America go down, all these other kingdoms gonna go down, man. It's gonna be like a domino effect. First, give me second Esdras, start at 5 and 1.
I got that.
Give me second Esdras 5 and 1.
Second Esdras 5 and 1.
Go ahead.
It said, nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, behold, the day shall come that they which dwell upon earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of the truth shall be hidden.
And the way of the truth shall be hidden, man. Because right now, you don't know what nation is who. You got a group of people calling themselves black, but they're brown-skinned people. You got a group of people calling themselves white, but they're red. Their skin color is red. You got the Chinese calling themselves Chinese when that word was made up during the Greek time. So all truth has been hidden on the earth. You got people claiming to be Christians. When you go through the scriptures, the only people who can be Christians is the people who come from Judah, Benjamin, Levite, Zebulun, the 12 tribes of Israel. So read that line for me again, Ak.
Nevertheless, as concerned, this is second Esdras chapter 5 verse 1. Nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, behold, the days shall come, that they which dwell upon earth shall be taken in a great number.
Go ahead.
And the way of the truth shall be hidden.
And the way of the truth shall be hidden. Go ahead.
And the land shall be barren of faith.
Hey, because you don't have no faith out here, man. Look at this society, man. What, a couple months ago, they done passed a law for 2 men to get married, man. Like when you go back to the forefathers of America, they said they build up this society off the Bible. That was one of the main things they used. But here we are in 2015. You got homosexuals walking around at an all-time high. You got something called bestiality, where people are sleeping with animals.
At an all-time high.
At an all-time high. Everything is all out of order. Everything is all out of course. The food you eat is not real food. You eating GMOs, genetically modified food.
That's right.
You got chemtrails in the sky. When you look up, you think you're looking at clouds. You're looking at chemtrails, man.
People don't even understand.
People don't even understand that. And the money you're using is not even real money, man. You're using Federal Reserve notes, man.
Paper. What is this backed by? Nothing.
By nothing. They done took your gold, your silver, and gave you paper dollar, man. So keep reading out.
Verse 2, but iniquity shall be increased.
Hey, but iniquity shall be increased. Wickedness shall be increased. Keep going.
Above that which now thou seest.
Hey, and that was talking about back in the days, man. This during the Greek times. So he's telling iniquity will increase worse than what you saw during the Greek era. So keep reading.
Or that thou have heard long ago.
Or the wickedness that you have heard long ago. We heard about Babylon. We heard about Egypt. We heard about Sodom and Gomorrah. So the things we're dealing with right now is worse. It's way worse than anything you ever heard about. Keep reading.
And the land that thou seest now to have root shall thou see wasted suddenly.
Hey, that's all about America. America's going to be hit with thermonuclear destruction, man.
That's right.
What happened? It's been 70 years. Japan just got the power to build back up their military, man.
That's right.
This is good times we dealing with, man. You got all these other nations around the world, man. They're building up their military troop for what? The Third World War.
Slack.
Go ahead.
Cut you off. So the World War II happened, let's say about what? America destroyed Japan, World War II about 1940.
Okay.
It's 2015. You mean to tell me they withheld Japan from the military for all this long, and you trying to tell me this is not scriptural what's going on, this is not spiritual what's going on?
Exactly.
This is all about the end times. That's why Japan was able to get their military back. This is dealing with what we're getting ready into the World War III, these World War III times we're entering.
Because when you go into the scriptures, the nation of Japan is known as the Ammonites. They were a fierce fighting nation also, man.
That's right.
And it also talks about all these other nations that was done wrong by Esau. They're going to get revenge on Esau, man.
That's right.
Keep reading out.
He said, and the land that thou seest now to have root shall thou see wasted suddenly. But if the Most High grant thee to live, thou shalt see after the third trumpet.
Hey, that's what we want to do, man. We want to make it through this destruction, man. We want to make it through the famine, man. What's coming to America? A famine, man.
That's right.
They trying to collapse the Federal Reserve note right now, man. They trying to get rid of the dollar, man. Right now, America is no longer that #1 power, that #1 stronghold, man.
The good old days is over with. So we had here in Chicago, we had a grocery market chain that closed down, Dominance. When in history, I've been alive for 36 years, I've never heard of a chain of grocery stores just closing down. America is done. It's coming to an end, man. It's coming to an end.
Not only that, man. Look at all the businesses, man.
All the businesses.
People taking the businesses and moving them out of America.
Exactly.
Or they're just failing altogether. Now let's be honest.
That's
a lot
right.
of this shit is just failing. They tell you they're moving overseas, but they're not going overseas. Them motherfuckers is failing,
It's
man.
failing,
They're
exactly.
done. They're done.
Hey, look at America was set up to fail. Look at what these kids are going to college for, man. How many, hey, let's be honest, how many computer engineers do you need? You know what I'm saying? How many models when they going to school for fashion design?
Not
How
only
many
that,
fashion designs do you need, man?
to make themselves tributaries, that's what they're doing.
Exactly, man.
Paying taxes, you know, student
Hey,
loans that will follow them for life.
That's it. But they don't see
Unnecessary
that.
shit, man.
Oh,
They don't see the end all game to the so-called college is higher education they gave you. I was talking to somebody the other day. They felt like once they finished their education, they were gonna have a job. I'm like, man, what are you talking about, man? The field you're going in, let's be realistic. You gotta have nowadays. You gotta have a master's, a doctorate, and everything else in order for them to even look at you, man. You can't come out with no basic degree talking about you're gonna get a job in this field. It's not happening. And especially if you're a black or Latino, it's definitely
not happening. And let's be honest, in 2015, you ain't getting paid the same amount you was getting paid back in 2000, back in 1999, man. Those days of you making good money at the job, that is over.
At one job nowadays, a brother gotta have 2 and 3 jobs in order to make it, man.
Hey, look at what happened. They raised up the minimum wage, and what happened? They cut your hours, man.
And raise the prices of the goods.
And raise the prices of the goods, man. This system is ready to fail. So the people on top, they trying to get as much money. They trying to suck as much out of the system as they can, man.
That's right. That's right.
Keep reading that.
Say, thou shalt see after the third trumpet that the sun shall suddenly shine again in the night, and the moon thrice and wonder in the day.
Hey, all right, let me get go to second address. Start at 12. Where's that? Woe is me, Schlock.
Second Ezra.
Matter of fact, let me get second Ezra. Start at 6 and 18.
Second Ezra chapter 6, verse 18. And it said, behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh and to visit them that dwell upon the earth.
Hey, because the Most High, man, when he gave the earth into the hands of the wicked, man, he had he wasn't dealing with the earth, man. So now he said, read that line one more time. What days are coming close?
And it said, behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh and to visit them that dwell upon the earth.
Hey, for you Israelites, that visitation is in the form of 1/3 of you. It's in the form of salvation.
Right.
For the 2/3, it's in the form of judgment, man. For you other nation, it's in the form of judgment too, man. Because another secret they ain't telling you about this Bible. What's coming back in history? What's coming back to the world? Slavery, man. They didn't tell you slavery is coming back to this world. Let me get on Revelations 13 and 9. One of the biggest secrets in the Bible they don't want to talk about is slavery. The same slavery we went through, these other nations got to go through the same thing. Let me get that right quick.
Revelations chapter 13, verse 9.
No, but not the slavery we went through as the Negroes and the Native Americans and Latinos. Exactly. But our slavery is coming to an end. That's why God's waking up his prophets to prophesy about the downfall of America. Read what you got.
Revelation chapter 13, verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear it. He that led up into captivity shall go into captivity.
The scripture said, any man have an ear, let him hear. We all got ears, so that's talking about understanding. It says, any man that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. Like us, how did the Negroes get to America? They were brought into captivity. They were put on slave ships. They were put on cargo slave ships on boats and shipped across the earth to another part of another land. So the Bible said the same thing that happened to us got to happen to the so-called white man who did this to us. Keep reading.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. When you go back in history, the guys from the 1500s, the 1600s, the 1700s, they didn't pay for none of the crimes they did, man. When they brought down the Native Americans, they didn't pay for none of those crimes, man. So read that line again. Let me get Jeremiah 30 and 16.
He that killed with the sword must be killed with the sword.
So how was America founded? By blood. They killed the Native Americans with the sword. They killed the so-called Mexicans with the sword.
That's right.
That's how America was founded, by blood, by slaughter, by slavery. Read it again from 13 and 9.
If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Go ahead.
He that killed with the sword must be killed with the sword.
Keep going.
Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
The Bible said, here's the patience and the faith of the saints. In other words, us, the Israelites, were patiently awaiting to have our enemies in slavery. And when you go through the scriptures, it ain't just talking about the so-called white man we're going to have in slavery. We're going to have the other nations in slavery too, because this Bible talks about all times. It ain't talking about just when the 1400s. You got to go back before the 1400s, man. Let's go back to the what? 70 AD when we got brought down as a people, man. How did we end up on the west coast of Africa, man? We got destroyed out of Israel. We got chased up out of our homeland. We had to flee our homeland into the west coast of Africa, man. That's how we got there, man. We're not Africans.
That's right.
We were sold to the white man by Africans in Africa. That's two different groups of people, man. Let me get that Jeremiah 30 and 16.
This is Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured.
Hey, the Bible said, all they that devour thee shall be devoured. When you go through the scriptures, it's all about the Israelites, man. You had a man named Abraham, right? Abraham got the promise. He gave it to his son Isaac. Isaac passed it to his son Jacob. Jacob gave it to his 12 sons, man. Who make up his 12 sons today? You Negroes, you Latinos, and you Native Americans, man.
That's right.
So read what you got.
Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured.
Hey, who been getting devoured, man, since the 1500s, man? You Negroes, you Latinos, and Native Americans.
That's right.
Why you raise your hand? How you been getting devoured?
I'll be devoured next.
You got it. You got it. You got it. You got it. You guys got 1,000 years of hardcore slavery you got to serve, according to the Bible. Keep reading for it.
He said, therefore, all they that devour